Hello everyone, it's Diane and it's Monday and I went to the flea market. And I met my friend Val down there who said that she had gone to an estate sale and the man gave her bags of lace because she asked him how much he wanted for it. And he said, you know, if you can use it, it would make, I know my mother would be happy that her lace was being used, so you can just take it. And she didn't want it for herself, apparently, because she just gave it all to me. So we met at the flea market, and so she could put it in my car. So we're going to go through that last. Look at this. That's a bag full of pink stuff, and there's another bag full of blue. And there are big spools, and there are 2 bags on the floor of smaller pieces. So we're just gonna look at the flea market stuff first. This is the flea market stuff right here. All right, so I got 3 aprons. He had more. But this one, I believe, is actually a clothespin apron, clothespin holder. So you could wear this and have your clothespins in there. But look at how beautifully embroidered it is in all those bright colors. And this is handmade, and it's beautiful, and it's on a linen fabric. It's just so pretty. And I paid almost nothing for these aprons. Like $1 for all 3 of them. This one is really cute with the pink and blue rickrack and that delicate floral. Look at that pocket with the rickrack at the top, and then there's rickrack all along the waistband, and then there are the ties. I love that fabric. This feels crisp too. See, it's got a nice crisp ironed 2 folds. It's all folded up and ironed while it was folded, it looks like. But I'm going to wash it anyway, because it was in a bag or a box full of all kinds of stuff. And this one I thought was very unique. I didn't really open it up and get a good look at it. This looks like a hostess apron. Okay, it has... Well, that's the back side of that's the right side. Alright, this is how it goes. It was folded backwards. Okay, now I get it. It's very pretty. I kind of get it. This is a pretty fabric. And this, okay, there's the opening. There's a pocket there. And it's a sheer fabric. There is a sheer overlay on the waistband. And a sheer underskirt. But if you turn it around, maybe it was reversible. That's what it is. Because if you turn it around, you have this flower pocket on this side, on the sheer part. Isn't that neat? It's like 2 aprons in one. Wow. I like it. I picked up this really beat up old tin box. I would love to know how old it is. And the guy said $1, and he saw me pick it up to look at it. These items were not in it. I got these from someone else. But I said, okay, I can give you $1 for that to have in my craft room to store things in. It's an old tobacco tin. These I was a little concerned about asking the price because the man had a nice wooden I think he said it was a mechanic's box with little drawers, little narrow drawers, and the drawers were kind of pulled out so that you could see that there were things in it. And I found these items. These are fun to just hang off a tab on a journal page or on the spine. And then this one is Mr. Peanut. His feet are broken off, but on his ball chain is this metal disc that says Bethlehem Steel Company, BC604 steel iron plant. And I thought that was really cool. And it has, loss of this check must be reported to employment office immediately. A charge will be made if lost or not returned upon leaving the service of the company. So I don't know what that was for. But anyway, he charged me $2 for them. I was shocked. I was afraid he was going to ask for $5 each or something, just because they were just so nicely displayed in that wooden. Seems to me that the nicer things are kept, the more they're going to ask for them, which makes sense. They're taking good care of their items, you know. But no, he just had this chest that he didn't have room for at home, so he uses it at his flea markets. This came from the White Van Man, and it's just this envelope of, I didn't even look all the way through it, but it looks like pretty much all Valentines. They're not in great condition. But, well, he's the one I got the aprons from, and he charged me $3 for the Valentines and the aprons. So, I think I just figured $1 for that and $2 for all the aprons. But anyway, here's a teacher's Valentine. It's from Francis. My heart beats for you. I got another one for teacher. I like your line. Be my Valentine. From Deborah Sue. Don't let me go, Valentine. It's wonderful. You're exactly right for me. That's cute. Another teacher's card. Teacher. So I wonder if the teacher saved all these and they ended up somehow. This says to Lois from David. I don't think David would call his teacher Lois. There's a couple that are the same. It's time for you to be my Valentine, teacher. I remember getting the boxes of Valentines, and there was always one for a teacher in there. This is a get well card, just a postcard. Your heart is all, my heart is all yours, Valentine. Oh. Oh my goodness, there's 3 of these. I'm going to press them under a book. They are not used. There's a crease where they would have been folded. Let me live in your heart, Valentine. And my heart beats to 3/4 time for you, dear. In case you don't know, 3/4 time is the waltz time, the waltz tempo. My hopes are high, Valentine. Please say yes. I want to prove my point. I think you're sharp. Be my Valentine. She looks a little dangerous. For you, teacher, you're ahead of all others. I want you for my Valentine. I always liked the princess ones, especially the girly ones, especially if they had glitter on them. They always went to, there's another one, to Lois from Barbara, so I don't know. Lois was the teacher. This is to Mrs. Martin from Candy. Hey, I know a Lois Martin. I don't know if she was a teacher. Anyway, I always save these the prettiest ones for my best friends, and was hoping I would get them back. I think this one got torn. You can tell it was perforated there. Same with that one. Valentine greetings for teacher. Another teacher one. There's one of those again. One of those again. I'm trying to palm myself off on you, Valentine. Got 2 of those unused. There's a lot more here than I thought there were. And some postcards. When my ship comes in, my wonderful ship from over the ocean line, I am coming to you wherever you are, my own true Valentine. And there's more. 1911. And that ink bled onto this card. Money isn't everything, but it's way ahead of whatever is in second place. Opening concert for the Baltimore Symphony. Has a little poem on it. There's a lot in that little envelope. Little old beat up envelope. Okay, and I think all the rest of it I got from one guy. So there were these slides. Some of them have the aluminum. Now these are different from the aluminum frames that I had, that I had gotten before at a flea market, because you could remove the slide, but these are like part of the frame. That's pretty interesting. These are wrapped. It's a glass slide, but it's wrapped to protect you from the sharp edges. And some typical slides. I'm not going to look at every single one, but I could see that there were some unusual ones in here. So there's the glass ones, and then there's some with the aluminum frame. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not been in frame? That's a unique one. And I think the rest are just typical slides. So we can see better what I'm doing. A Reader's Digest book. This is one of the smaller ones. Best sellers. Eye of the Needle and Orphan Train. And it's in really good condition. Like not used at all and kept nicely. 1978. This is a pack of note cards, Music Boutique. And it says hi note. So it's a note that says hi. I thought they were cute. 10 notes and 10 envelopes. As you can see, it was unopened. He said he cleaned out a house years ago and all this stuff has been up in the attic. And she was a music teacher, or was big into music. So he showed me this, a catechism of music. And I thought that would be interesting. I think I could make some nice ephemera. You can tell it was printed crooked on the cover. And yeah, everything looks a little bit off kilter. 1891. Oh wow. I didn't know it was that old. But look inside. I think I could make some fun tags and things with these pages. And I just collected a bunch of papers as I was looking through his boxes. I picked this one up because it's handwritten music. It says, I think Phyllis Crandall is the woman whose house he cleaned out, because I saw her name on other things. So Phyllis Crandall, composition, October 26. So she may have been a music student. at some time and had to write music. I'll have to try playing this. Just treble clef, so it's just like the right hand music. This says trumpet, something there. Exam. Maybe she wasn't a piano player, so I guess this is trumpet music. Here's another one. Phyllis Crandall, composition, 1933. So there's several pages there. Motive insertion, I think it says. So a lot of handwritten music I thought would be fun to use. And I liked this for two reasons. Because it's a vintage envelope, Automobile Owners Association, and this was stuck inside for safe driving. I'll have to use that on something. That's cool. But this can be folded up. I think you take this part off and then this folds up into an envelope. And it looks pretty cool. I picked this up. There were a lot of, what do you call it? Playbills. But I grabbed this one just because it had tickets on it. And it was for Tanglewood, which I think is Boston, isn't it? Because I know Tanglewood Choir performs with the Boston Pops in a lot of their concerts. But I don't know if that's what Tanglewood is. Berkshire Music Center, Tanglewood, Lenox, Massachusetts. So must be near Boston. It's an order form for tickets, but I wanted these old tickets. What is the year? Oh, 1962. So I got 3 ticket stubs. 1962. Oh, there's another one. 4. Along with this little piece. I like all the little pieces of ephemera. And I thought this would be a fun page to put in a journal. A little piano time booklet. Susan and her piano. I wonder if this was a mailing label space there. Nope, there's the mailing space. And then I picked up these because I liked the print on the, this is where I saw her name, Phyllis Crandall. New York State Electric and Gas from the Electric Kitchen Party. I don't know what this means, but I like the envelopes, and they are like a catalog envelope shape. So I can use them in journals, and some of them have more, some of them are thicker than others, but I don't know what this information is. Electric Kitchen Party, Channel 12, WNBF, Favorite Recipes from Home and Abroad, 1955. There's another one. These are from 2 different dates. This one's not open. She must have joined some club or something. Electric Kitchen Party. So this was put on by the New York State Electric and Gas Company, and apparently they did a TV show with some cooking at 3 p.m. on Channel 12. So there's a bunch of recipes. That is fun, but I love the envelopes because they're unique. What did I say, 1955? That's pretty old. And this one is thick. It's jagged. You know, it's beat up, and it wasn't ever opened. So I'll have to carefully open that and see if I can repair this. But I want to see what's in there. I wonder if it's books, like a booklet. Oh yeah, it's opening easily. No problem. Oh, just more of what we've already seen. So there's a lot in here. This one's 1957. It's got Ready Kilowatt. All right, that's all the paper stuff that I picked up from him, the miscellaneous paper stuff. And I loved these pillowcases. There's something just extra pretty about the color. There's the lattice weave or basket weave there in the middle, and then this. I love the colors. Looks like somebody was smoking in bed because there's a cigarette burn through the hole in the pillowcase. This one looks good. I love those. Very pretty. I will wash them. And then I got 3 piano books, and then we'll move on to the lace. Bellwin Piano Method. All of this was from that one man. And I like these kind of pages. The notes are big. They're not like the classical music with the really small, close together notes, but the paper is good quality for folding, and there's space to do stuff. And then this one is for the recorder. The Trapp Family Singers' New Complete Method of Instruction for the Recorder. Do you know who the Trapp Family Singers are? Probably many of you do. But they were the family that the Sound of Music movie was based on. So again, nice quality paper for folding. And it has these interesting illustrations for the fingering on your recorder. And inside this book were these graph paper pages. That's one reason I picked the book up, but also I just thought it was an interesting and unique book. Boy, this is very well done. The drawing on this, very nice. They used a ruler for sure. Look at that. That's pretty unique. A unique thing to put in a junk journal. The Recorder Center, Amenia, New York. I think this is empty. It feels empty. Yep. And just one blank. Feels thick. But it's just one. A nice big sheet of graph paper. And lastly, 50 Songs of Edvard Grieg. I am just going to dispose of this outer covering. I don't know. I could maybe use that grungy stuff or something. Oh my goodness. There's information about Grieg, and these are nice soft pages. Vintage, but nice and thick. And they fold very nicely. And these are vocal compositions. So that's a lot of music there. All right, so that was the flea market. And before I even got started shopping around, Valerie was already there, so she saw me right away, and we went back to our cars so she could transfer all of these laces. Let me look at these first. Now, she said the estate sale, the guy that had the estate sale got caught in a really, really heavy rain we had a few days ago. So this is completely wet. But these have not been sitting in wet environment. They just got wet. So I'm going to put these rolls out in the sun because it's a sunny day today. So I'll just put these out on my porch and let them dry, because here this is wet here, and I don't know, the inner core might be wet, but I will take them off the rolls as soon as I get a chance to. But so here's a big roll of this white lace, which is nice. I like the width of that, and it's a flat lace, so I'll definitely use a lot of that. And then this is a narrow one in cream. And much of these, I still have laces from that other estate sale I went to, you know, not estate sale, the flea market, with the lady that, I just call her the lady with all the paper dolls to you guys. Anyway, I got those bags of lace, and I took out what I wanted, and I have the rest of them in here. I'm in my office to do this video because I have more room. That's a pretty one. There's a lot here, and a lot of it is dirty, but I can dye that maybe. It's polyester, so I don't know how well it would take the dye, but I'm gonna, you know, see what I can do with it. Anyway, what I was saying was I have lace from that other sale to put in my shop, and I will just add these. I'm going to put these little pieces in this box so I don't lose them. So it'll take me some time to get these lace bundles ready, and I'm not going to do reservations for anybody. I'm just going to, when I get time, get them in the shop. I believe this is a roll of silk. Isn't that beautiful? It's like an antique gold color, and there's quite a bit there. And then this is a champagne color. I love them. I will have a lot of fun with these. And I'll probably keep all of that. I'm going to look at these bags that are on the floor because they don't have as much in them. Well, this isn't lace. This is a pillow sham. I'll wash that. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to take this apart, take the time to take it apart and use it. There's stain right there. We'll see. I'll wash it and then I'll decide what I want to do with it. There's a green doily. It's got little bits of stuff that washed out of trees, I think, when it rained. Oh, there's this open safety pin there. Okay, there's a green doily. There's a lavender doily, which is faded in spots, which makes it really cool for junk journalers. Got cut. Part of it's cut off, I think, which is what we do anyway. Maybe this is the other part of it. Could be. Yeah. They look hand done. I don't know about these. These are probably manufactured, but I don't know for sure. It's a thick yarn anyway. They could be hand done, but they were just done with a thick yarn. That was one bag. And the other bag, somebody cut this one also. It's a table runner. That would be pretty as a wrap on a fall journal. That's beautiful. I don't think it's extremely old, but probably vintage, but you know, not as old as some of the other stuff. It's definitely a polyester tablecloth or table runner. Oh, this is pretty. It's got a stain in the center, but they'd be pretty on a table, on a journal cover. Oh, here's some lace. This is damp, so I'll put that in the sun too. It's a nice wide, but it's gathered. It has this stuff sewn on it, so somebody had done something with it. Scarf. I don't think I need that. It's not anything I would use. Oh, let's see. Oh, here's a roll of wide pink lace. Something dark in there. That's pretty. Oh, it's a stain. This is not damp at all, so that's good. This is probably a curtain, so I don't know if I'll use that. It's got little squares with tulips and flowers. I don't know if it's a curtain. I don't see a hem or a casing. Maybe it was just put on a table. Or just some yardage. Another scarf. There's doll's hair. Ooh, look what I found. Embroidered ribbon. Nope, it's printed. But I love it. It's got the scalloped cotton backing and then the ribbon on top of it. I love that. And I like this. I think I'd have to iron it. That's really cute. It's a pretty blue picot ribbon, satin ribbon. What is this? I don't know what this was for, but the fabric is pretty. It doesn't look very old. It's elasticized here. Some red lace. Pretty shape. Very, very elegant looking. There's some more of that gathered with the floral. Now this is, no, it's not the same. Never mind. This one feels a little bit damp. Oh, look at this one. There's a lot of this. So if I put some of this in my shop, I'm not going to iron it all. It needs ironing, but I'm not going to do it all. Look at that. It's really pretty. And there's a lot there. This is one of those manufactured doilies that I probably wouldn't do anything with. It's been cut off too. I mean, that doesn't matter because we cut them up anyway. That's a applique. Another piece of that gathered. Oh, this looks like upholstery fabric that has been finished on both edges. So it could be a journal tie, but it would have to be a specific kind of journal, I think. Or, no, maybe just an eclectic kind of journal, because I can't think of a specific kind of journal that would go on. But something like a domestic arts journal or an eclectic journal. I don't know if I'd ever use it, but I might keep it for a while. This is that loopy trim. There's a nice big ball of it. This is fun. Thank you, Val, if you're watching this video. Look at black applique. A satin tie. That's a sheer strip with some pearls on the edge. That's pretty. Some more of that loopy stuff. And this lace with a pink edge. That's pretty. A very narrow red lace. I don't use a lot of red. Not lace anyway. And pink. Okay, that's the last of what's in the bag. More of that gathered. I hope some of you guys want, and more. I hope you guys will want some of that. This is pretty. I wonder if this was, no, I don't think it was cut off of something. Oh, maybe it was. Anyway, it's got a sheer edge and then the scalloped, very delicate. It's like a machine embroidered pink scallop. Nice ball of that. And this looks like it was dyed. And there's just some cream colored ribbon that's stretchy. There's another applique. I don't think that's the same one I already showed you. Nope, there's that one. Some small pieces, and then this. Oh, got a stain and a big hole in it, but I might be able to cut pieces out of it. Okay, now let's look at these big bags, see what's in these. Oh, I just knocked my phone off onto the floor. Oh, got rid of all this gross. Just move that way up there. Dirty stuff. Let's see what all this blue is. Makes me think of Serre Lingerie. We used to have a place in the valley before my time. It might have been still in operation. I think it was when I was young. But I didn't grow up out here. But anyway, they made lingerie, and there was a little store in the front of the building, the front room of the building, and you could go in and buy stuff that they had. I went in there one time with my friends who lived out here. But I have found things like this from rummage sales and stuff around this area. That's, I think, the same thing, or very similar. That I think because this tricot type of fabric that the laces are attached to makes me think of lingerie, so I think that's possibly where all of this stuff came from. There's another one. This is just lace without the tricot. That's pretty. So if that's all it is, I'm not going to get everything out. Just looking. Looks like that's what most of it is. And here is a piece of the tricot that's just gathered. That's pretty. Let's see what this is. This looks like several of those pieces sewn together. There's a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of work getting this stuff ready for my shop. Oh, look at this one. It's ruffled. Yeah, it looks like more of the same. Here's one that has a blue ribbon. I think it's a ribbon. That's a big wad of it. No, it's not a ribbon. It's a little strip of that tricot, that blue tricot. Okay, so that looks like we've seen everything. There's more in the bag, but it's all more of the same. So I'm guessing that the pink is pretty much what this stuff is. And I think the blue bag was heavier, so there's more in the blue. But we're gonna take a look at the pink. Close up these safety pins. Yeah, this is much lighter, and it's different. It does look different. Alright, this is a sheer fabric. It's not the tricot. It's just a sheer like an organza. It's got pretty delicate edging. I'd really love to know what these things were for. Is it all the same? I think this is all the same. Yep, there's a lot of it in there. Oh wow. It's going to take me a long time to process all of this stuff and get it ready for my shop, so you'll forget about it by the time it goes in my shop probably. But yeah, I'll have to find a place to store it until I can get to it. After I'm going to, wash what I need to wash and then get it put away. But I will get to it. I have other things I need to list first. So I'm listing things pretty quickly, and you guys are buying them pretty quickly, which I appreciate. So we'll move along, and hopefully before Christmas I'll have all of this stuff in my shop so I can relax about and just work on journals for the winter. I don't want to spend the winter listing stuff. So, what did you think of my haul today? Besides the lace, you can say if the lace was your favorite. That came from Lisa, Val. I don't know where I said Lisa. But that's not from the flea market. So what was your favorite of the flea market stuff? What did I like? Oh, the Valentines and those little trinkets. I always loved the trinkets. There was something else that I thought was really awesome. Maybe the Valentines is what I was thinking. But a lot of that paper, I got a lot of good stuff. Let's just put it that way. Got a lot of good stuff today. And I actually think this is my favorite of the laces today. That whole big batch of lace and this little piece is my favorite. Thank you very much, Val, for looking out for me. She's always seeing things that she doesn't want to use, but if it's free and she thinks I'll want it, she takes it. And it's just nice of her to think about me as she's, being offered stuff. So tell me what you like the best and what you're looking forward to seeing in my shop. And that's it for today, for this video, and I'll see you soon. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.